Welcome, our panelists. Welcome to all the guests who are listening to us today and tuning in. It's amazing second day of the App Growth Week, rocking the industry. So I see more and more people joining to the session. This is amazing. I would like, before we jumpstart, I would like to actually run a couple of polls and ask you all a couple of questions that are, of course, very much related to our topic today. So I'd love to ask the first poll. Amazing. So the first poll, the question is, and please reply right away because we're going to check the results also in the real time. What's your biggest personal challenge working in or with AI today? You can choose one. It's imposter syndrome. Unfortunately, I guess a lot of us know what it's like. Lack of mentorship, technical barriers, or work-life balance. Some of those probably also familiar to us even before the AI era. But yeah, they are probably staying with us more or less also in our life today as well. So let's see the results. Amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, so we don't really have like the winner that would be like the 100% or 90% of the votes, but technical barriers are still number one. Obviously, we're still all learning about AI and about the new era where we're all working. And the second place, I would say both lack of mentorship and imposter syndrome. Wonderful. Thank you so much. And then the second question from me, also before we start, that would be, what's the biggest barrier for women in AI careers right now? What do you think? Lack of representation, mentorship, gender bias, limited access to technical training, work-life balance, and expectations. Also something that I believe every woman can relate, no matter the industry, actually. So please go ahead and choose one of the answers. Let's do the 3, 2, 1, and let's see the answers. Okay, so here also the first and the second places, lack of representation, mentorship, and gender bias, which are very much connected, by the way, of course. Work-life balance, expectations, all the psychological reasons, and limited access to technical training is the last one. Actually, I can relate to that. I think that the technical training is available, but the lack of the knowledge, I think, for both women and men still might be not working in our favor. Wonderful. Thank you all so much. I think right now we warmed up a little bit and we are ready to start the session. And of course, I would start by introducing our wonderful speakers. And to make it simple, let's just follow the order on this beautiful slide that we have. And also to make it a bit more interesting, together with a quick introduction, each panelist will tell us a little bit more about their AI favorite tool of this year, maybe something you discovered and you cannot imagine living without. So we will then start with Evelyn, please.
Hey everyone, thank you, Alina. I'm happy to see you all. I don't see you, but you see me, so it's kind of weird seeing each other. I run the biggest M&A firm for mobile apps and games. So we help founders get sold to bigger companies and big companies acquire or smaller companies. And my favorite AI tool is Grok, which is the ChatGPT of Twitter or X. And why I like it is because the information is way more updated. So it's real time. It does the research real time versus ChatGPT that is like up to 2023, I believe. And then the input is way more intellectual because the users that are scrolling on Twitter are usually more intellectual than the people who use ChatGPT for their daily life and very basic questions. So I like the outputs way more.
That's very interesting. Thank you so much. So we're making notes. I'll take the mic now since I'm the number one on this beautiful slide. My name is Galina. As Ariana already introed me, I'm working at Splitmetrics. Actually celebrated my 5 years anniversary yesterday, and I'm the VP of Customer Success and Support. And I think I'm going to make it very quick. For me, the number one tool for this year, it's Iris by Splitmetrics because we launched it. So it's my number one tool. And of course, I'm not going to lie, ChatGPT, and I like Granola for the notes of the calls. Maybe I should start running it right now to save everything. So Anastasia, the floor is yours. Please introduce yourself and tell us about your number one tool.
Yeah, hi all. I'm Anastasia, Senior User Acquisition Manager at Flow. And my favorite tool, that's actually not one. I like ChatGPT, Claude AI, and also as a the person from the user acquisition field, I also like Iris by Splitmetrics because it provides a lot of wonderful insights and helping make life easier. So thank you, Splitmetrics, for making this.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Great. Camilla, the floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Hi, Galina. Hi, girls. Thank you for inviting me to be here. It's such a pleasure. My name is Camila. I run our global partner development team at AppsFlyer. I've been in the company for 7.5 years already, which in tech is a lot of years. And as far as the tools that I use the most, I mean, ChatGPT is the first one, using more and more, including the deep research of it right now, and a little bit of Gemini connected to the Google Suite that we use a lot here at AppsFlyer. And I found it very useful. I'm still like learning a little bit more about other tools and to how to better connect them, but those are the main ones that I've been using up until now.
Very cool. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Daria, please tell us.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daria, and I'm product manager at Splitmetrics. I supervise companies' AI-driven products. So, and to be honest with you, Splitmetrics AI sum models are my favorite tool, and it's not for promotion, I swear. It's just when you work on a tool for that many time and you spend so much time with it, you just start develop feelings for it. I think the second place would go to ChatGPT Deep Research because it's been extremely helpful for product-related tasks.
That's great. That's a wonderful mix also of people today and also of the tools that you all named. Great. I'm super happy to have this panel with you today. So let's jump right in. And yeah, each of you work where AI, tech, marketing intersect. And that would be great to know what exactly drew you into this space and talking about AI, how exactly AI changed your day-to-day work, maybe even career path. Maybe you had some aha moment when you realized like AI wasn't just another trend, but it's here to stay. Let's maybe start with you, Anastasia.
Yeah, I've been already working in marketing for more than 6 years, and marketing was the first user acquisition specifically. And actually, I don't have some like aha moment with AI, but that's something that make the life easier. And also because the user acquisition field is something very dynamic. There is a lot of creatives, marketing itself, product, and many other fields. And with AI, that's actually something that allowed to make this all structure, learn a lot, explore different areas of this direction. So that's something that definitely makes the life with AI and the life in user acquisition field significantly better. And yeah, as I mentioned, that it's helping me explore a lot of different areas, but it's also make me work faster and make my work a bit more structured and accurate. Optimizing different operational stuff and explore maybe a bit more strategic decisions, how it could be evolved based on my background. I can adjust what I see with the industry insights, with the ideas from AI things. So AI is a good thing to bring more clarity, structure, and development, and that's because the thing that very needed in my daily job.
Yeah, sounds great. It's like efficiency as a hashtag for for what you just named. That's amazing. Camilla, looking in your direction, especially like yesterday was the big AppsFlyer release, yeah, and it's also all around AI and around data. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, it actually comes in a perfect timing, huh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so AppsFlyer has always been into the automation, into the intelligence, and how we can make work smarter and more efficient when it comes to the whole measurement ecosystem. And as you mentioned, Galene, yesterday we made like a big announcement in terms of the new company positioning as the modern marketing cloud, where we are combining all the measurement, deep linking, data collaboration, and AI into a single offering for making it easier for our clients and our partners, such as you guys as well, in order to be able to turn fragmented data into actionable insights in a better way. Has always been AppsFlyer as a company, right? And as I said before, I've been here for almost a year, so it has been part of how we work. But when I take this to the partnerships area, which is the area that I've been working in the company since I joined, we started to embed AI more in the last year and a half in how we operate, because partnerships is always about relationships, right? How you build relationships and trust with companies that are out there in the market, also chasing quota, trying to make growth and exponential revenue and all of that. How can you use AI without losing the touch that the relationship needs to have? And I can say that for me, and this is also for my team, it's a big time saving that we've been seeing with the usage of AI in order to automate a lot of manual processes that we have in place in order to map out partnerships, and so we can spend more time in the real relationship building rather than the tasks itself, like mapping the market, understanding nuances, and so on. AI does all of that for us. Things that usually would take us, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to put together. Now in like 2 minutes, you have everything in hand. So that for me is like the aha moment, if I can say, to see how much time I'm actually able to save and to use in the smarter way possible that I can with the things that only humans can do, right? Because AI is not going to replace us. I'm a big believer of that. It's actually going to make our work more efficient. So that's how I see it, and it's only gonna grow more and more in order to find better ways to connect tools, to connect processes, to enhance and enrich the outputs that we have when we are talking to the prompts and all of that. And so that's how I've been navigating on this whole AI era.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. I can definitely relate to having, you know, the very positive attitude towards AI is not going to replace any of us, because we have something that is really irreplaceable as relationship, yeah, in this case. Daria, that would be great also to see the perspective from the product universe. So maybe what was your aha moment with AI, or your relationship with AI?
So actually, it was quite a while ago. This moment happened like more than 10 years ago, I would say. And a friend of mine was developing a machine learning based tool for real estate assessment. And I was quite interested and asked to explain to me how it works. So right now, I would just go to ChatGPT and ask it about it, but then humans were the only option. So I was fascinated basically by the fact of how it combined like very strict like computer logic and predefined algorithms that computer technology is based on, with more chaotic, even like biological concepts, such as neurons in your brain or evolution. And then I thought to myself that it might bring huge efficiency gains, and which we clearly see it does today. And in my career, I also, since I was so curious and interested in this, I was looking for opportunities how I can work with it hands-on, and here I am in Splitmetrics developing AI products.
And this is great. We're very happy that this is the path that you've chosen. Just to close this question, probably I'll add from my side, and I agree with all the views here. I think that for me, there was the aha moment in my work life, as I have a problem, for example, starting something from scratch. Like when I see the empty sheet, it's very hard for me to come up with something, make this first step. And so the AI helps me really make some big strokes, give me a little bit of structure where I can then put my creativity and put further thoughts on this paper, which is not empty anymore. And that is the way that helps me personally a lot. That's great also to know what our viewers and our listeners resonate with. You can also write that in the comments, and yeah, that would be great for us to also know your opinion on this. Which actually, from this topic, brings me to another side, is the leadership. And this is kind of a part also of our discussion today, obviously, like leading within the era of AI. Because at the end of the day, AI is not just a tool shift. Yeah, and we just saw that it's not only technological side of the things, but psychological. It's a mindset shift. And so on one hand side, it gives us something new, a unique tool set to deal with, to automate certain tasks, to increase the efficiency. But on the other hand side, it might give us some sort of emotional anxiety, maybe some FOMO effect. Am I good enough? Am I fast enough? Yeah, the imposter syndrome that was also highlighted by the people who are present today. So there is really a lot of changes happening, and different people react differently. So in this regard, Evelyn, let's start with you, and maybe you tell us a little bit about the biggest mindset shift connected to AI that you experienced.
Yeah, I think AI is the opportunity to show who you are and your potential, because maybe before you needed many different resources to achieve something, right? You needed like to gain knowledge through a course. You needed to be a graphic designer. You needed access to marketing documentation, whatever. Now with AI, you can access all of this in different ways with different tools. So it's like it's only about executing, and that's what's gonna put you in front of others as a front runner. And when we talk about leadership, I think there are two different things. One is like climbing on the ladder internally and externally too in the industry. And the other one is like supporting others to climb too, right? The two sides of leadership, growing yourself and helping others to grow. But I think the best way is executing 100%, because there's a lot of noise online. Like maybe you're scrolling on LinkedIn and you see a person posting out like thousands of creatives created with AI. But what they don't tell you is that then they took it to TikTok ads and they didn't perform well, or the LTV of these users was horrible. So it's like the only way of actually knowing, and if you're like missing something and not having that FOMO, is to go and test it out. Does it actually work? Am I actually missing something, or there's just this noise around it? And one more point with like the imposter syndrome, I think you never stop having it, and that's actually something good in a sense. You can make it positive, which is like my point of view is like, if you feel that you're not doing enough, then you're gonna push harder, and that's not something bad. That's all the opposite. Like the harder that you push, the more that you're gonna accomplish. So I think that can be used in the positive side, instead of being thinking like, oh, writing in my journal like, oh no, imposter syndrome again, how do I deal with it? There's no way of dealing with it. Like even Steve Jobs had imposter syndrome. So it's just like executing more. I think it gives you, it's like that roller coaster of like more energy, more achievement, higher ego, higher motivation, higher leadership, and so on.
Oh, this is great. It's very much energy here for you, Evelyn. This is amazing. Thank you so much. The glass is definitely half full, and that's what I can say. Great, thank you so much. So let's hear from Anastasia. Maybe how do you personally keep with the fast-moving AI tech space, and how do you feel in it?
Yeah, fast-moving AI, and not only AI tech space, may cause the burnout, and AI actually helps me to protect myself from burnout. Doesn't matter, is it about work-life balance and something like this, or either it's about a lot of things that are changing around, and actually AI helping me structure my life, bringing structure to work, reduce routine tasks, and because of that, there's something helped me to refocus on my needs and more important things during this house around me. So AI, that's something that definitely helping with everything. That sounds maybe very a lot of things, but in reality, yes, it's about learning trends. It's around summarizing things and filter this all noise. So because of AI, I can stay calm, focused, and protect myself from burning out.
This is great. +2 against anxiety and towards opportunities. Great. Camilla, what about you? Especially maybe the angle also of leading the team and leadership in this AI world and how you are dealing with that.
Sure. I think that it can become overwhelming if you really don't take a time to understand what works for you, because every day a new tool is popping up, right? A new use case. And if you try to keep up with everything, you're gonna get crazy. So for me personally, this is something I talk to my team as well. Let's see what's working our day-to-day right now, the use case that we have at hand, and let's stick to that for a while. Let's see like how much you can actually evolve on those things. So like ChatGPT and Gemini right now, as I mentioned in the beginning, we've been very like hard users of it, trying to make the most out of it while learning a new thing here, a new thing there, like trying to embed Make in order to automate flows and so on. But I think that we will never be able to master all the tools and all the possible solutions out there. And that's a reality, right? It's okay to accept that as long as Anastasia said, we are doing that to protect us and to preventing us from burning out and getting more efficiency and all of that. So I think one important component here as well is about the resistance when you are asked to use more AI in your work, right? Now everyone is talking, let's use more AI, let's leverage AI, let's embed AI into our process. But what does that really mean to your own work, like to your day-to-day? Because it can become just an expression that doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. And that could be the resistance in terms of why am I gonna spend time training AI if I could do that myself? And that's the initial mindset that a lot of people had, myself included in the beginning. But as long as you spend a time in the entry trying to train, like generate a prompt and for the AI to be able to know you, after that, it's like time saving every single day. And this is like the shift in mindset that I've been working together with my team and finding ways in where we can train AI to be our executive assistants, to say like that. Because on our reality, we manage partnerships, right? And we have a lot of different companies that we have to manage from the end to end and to understand how to connect our partner goals with our goals, what will be like the go-to-market that fits best to our interests and so on and so forth. And AI is helping us a lot on collecting all the information internally and externally and come up already like with a structure that would otherwise take forever for us to build. And I can talk forever about this, so I'll try to be conscious of time as well. I think that one use case that right now has been very, very useful for us is when you are managing a partnership, you need to be able to map the stakeholders across the organization globally, and this is hard. When you are sitting somewhere, like I'm in Brazil, for example, and I have to know stakeholders out of China, that's very hard for you to keep up with that and everything. And AI right now is helping me to, for example, go through my calendar, see everybody that I'm going to have meetings with, and give me a summary of that person, like who that person is, their titles, their interests, what they are looking for, and how what I have to offer from a MapsFlyer angle can connect with their own interests. That's like, it's done in a minute. And I get that on a daily basis in my inbox. So it's like more of a companion now, a companionship to say like that rather than an enemy. And every time we are going to adapt and kind of add little things here, little things there. But we've been seeing that things can work. It takes time for you to feed it. But once it gets to know you and understand what you need actually to achieve, that's perfect. So that's how I've been working myself and with my team.
This is great. Thank you so much for this valuable information. I'm very sure that everybody can, if not relate to that, then find it useful and replicate maybe in a way or have the same mindset. At the end of the day, this is really psychology of change that we are dealing with, but also with the touch of the modern technology and the remote work culture. Yeah, just like you mentioned. Well, that brings me, because yeah, just like you said, we are at time trying to be mindful here. That brings me to, like I think the counter stone of this conversation, yeah, the credibility and visibility of women in tech and AI. And the polls at the beginning also showed that this is very much of the psychological play as much as also technological, of course, but it's still in the area of psychology. So do you feel that women are under more pressure to prove their technical skills in AI-driven marketing? Or do you think rather that AI will ultimately help close, or maybe not close, maybe widen, yeah, half empty glass, the gender gap in the tech? Let's start with you, Evelyn. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we as women, we always need to prove ourselves, and that's sad to say, but it's the truth. Like, even if you're a high performer, you still need to on and on prove yourself. And I think AI is not gonna save us, it's not gonna make it harder, but it's definitely giving us opportunities. And again, I think the point is achievement. Like, if you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, where if it's like launching a new company, being really good at your UA manager position, being really good at sales, I think it's all about achieving, and then just figuring out how AI can play a role to help you. But I think that, like, your vision should be always to achieve the result, and then AI is part of the puzzle, but it's not that, like, the focus shouldn't be on how do I fix the gap, because it's probably, unless that's your entire objective in your life, it's gonna be very hard, and it's gonna take too much energy from you, and probably the output is not gonna be as good because you need to change an entire society. So you cannot fight like 5 battles at the same time and win all of them. Maybe you can win 1 or 2. So I will say, if you put your focus professional, like besides family and everything, if you put your focus like professionally on whatever you want to achieve, AI can play a role and help you on that. And then in my personal experience, like, you always see the difference being a woman, but it's not a stopper. It's not a blocker neither. It's just like, it takes a little bit more energy. You need to put more, like, good vibes into it, but it's not a blocker, it's not a stopper. So I think, like, putting aside that we are women and just focusing 100% in what we want to achieve is the way, and AI is just a tool that we can use.
That's a great view on things. Daria, what do you have to say? Do you agree with Evelyn?
Yeah, I think so. So this pressure to prove yourself really do exist, and I think especially in the STEM field, as studies show, women are underrepresented, and I think it also impacts the women presentation in AI industries. However, regarding the pressure about technical knowledge, I think it exists regardless of gender, because right now it's like the success of products really also depends on what types of technology you are choose to back it with, and so having solid technical knowledge, or at least understanding of technical concepts, is essential, and you will be much more successful having it than not. But that's not everything. So as a product manager, I know I can rely on the expertise, on the technical expertise of my team members, while contributing in some areas where there might be missing expertise. So great products are still developed by teams and not individuals. So as for the gender gap in AI overall, my outlook is quite positive, because I think AI creates a lot of movements and shifts on many markets, and it actually creates opportunities for women to advance in their careers or move to a new field if they want to, because this presents new challenges for companies and whole industries, and sometimes actually no one really knows what to do in situations like this. So, and it is when competence, skills, flexibility, and also creativity, they come forward, and things like, and factors like biases or stereotypes, I think they're not that important for career improvement. So overall, I see that AI can be a really great opportunity for women who want to embrace it.
That's great. Also very positive view. Camilla, please share your thoughts. I'm sure that you have some very nice angle as well here.
Yeah, actually, my angle initially, I thought it would be more positive, but not that much. But I think when we talk about this, it's Evelyn said that, Daria said that as well. But there is a gap in general, and it's not only AI related. The gap is everywhere, right? And when it comes to the AI, gender has always been a topic, right? We'll continue to have to prove ourselves and to make a point in many places when promoting AI adoption, showing the success cases or acting as leaders in our domains, as we always have to do. We always have to shout for our wins and our learnings and all of that, and that's not going to change. And I found interesting a study from the World Economic Forum that they did together with LinkedIn, and this study suggests that AI will even risk widening the gap, given that there is a very small percentage of women that are in the tech engineering field, around 20%, 20 to 28% of the people working on this field are women. So we need to kind of push ourselves, and the fact that we have this panel here only with you women is a way towards that, to showcase how much we are dominating, how much we are eager to learn, and how much we can actually teach and improve the way that the organizations are working right now. So that needs to keep being a constant thing, and we need to be mindful of that. And I'm a big believer on us, so I do think we have a way to go here.
So still positive note. That's good to hear.
Yes, yes.
That's good. I think this is actually our strength, the female strength and the power that we have. We have a couple of minutes. I got them granted for us. So I would like to make a really blitz right now for the advice that you would give a woman coming to the AI world and to the AI space. What would you highlight as either tech skill or maybe mindset to strive in this space? Anastasia, can we start maybe with you here and just very, very quickly, everybody, and then we'll finish.
Yeah, it's always about curiosity and consistency, because it doesn't matter AI, marketing, tech, or whatever. That's always about curiosity. If you're curious and consistent, you can evolve fast and learn fast. So that's the definitely things that need to be a part of your journey.
Love it. Perfect. Evelyn, I see that you nodded your head. Something similar you were thinking about?
Yeah, I agree. I think being curious and liking what you do is such an important part to be successful. Like if you like your job, if you like the app that you're working with, probably you're gonna come up with ideas and just be eager to do more. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's key.
absolutely. Great. Camilla, what about you?
Yeah, I think curiosity is a common word among all of us here, right? So I would go with that first, but also resilience in the sense of let's not give up if we see that a certain use case is not working or a certain tool is not working. There will definitely be ways to make it work. And we need to try, and talk to peers, understand what others are doing that we might learn from. There is so much content and so many people eager to show like what they are doing, how this can help others as well. I myself, every day, a friend of mine or someone on LinkedIn, on other social media channels, they are sharing use cases. And that means we need to be aware and to pay attention, to have our eyes and ears open as much as possible until we get a solution and an outcome that is going to be what we're looking for. So I think that's my bottom line.
That's great. Daria, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I will continue the thought about keeping your eyes open for what's new, because literally every day the situation changes. We see new tools coming out, like there are new challenges and there are new solutions to that challenges. So having this information about the overall landscape is already powerful enough, because using it, you can spot new opportunities or be the first to suggest the solution that exists in your company or in your industry, and again, embrace these opportunities.
This is amazing. Thank you so much. I think it's +1 to curiosity and fear nothing from my side as well. And still on a positive note and the glass half full, I would like to thank my amazing panelists today. Ladies, that was wonderful and fantastic to share the experiences today so openly. I saw that you were feeling comfortable and engaging, and I hope that everybody enjoyed the panel as much as we did. And I'm pretty confident that this is actually not the last conversation that we have on this topic. There will be more. And thank you, and see you all next time.